Right. So the Nutilities utility we're going to go over now is called Subtotal Column. The default keys for this are Shift 1. When you click on a cell, I've clicked on cell E3, and then you hit Shift 1, it'll throw in this formula for you. All it does is put a subtotal 109 for the range below whatever cell you happen to be clicked on. So I was clicked on cell E3, it's put it for the range E4 through the very bottom of the worksheet. At first glance, it looks like all it's doing is summing all the rows below. You can see it totals the sum of them. But that's actually not the case. This is wonderful for any time you have a data set and you want to do analysis directly on the data set without using any sort of pivot table or anything. So taking this data set I have here, I'm going to go ahead and apply an auto filter to it. And if I was to ask myself the question of what's the amount for January for business unit A, I could go ahead and filter on January, business unit A, and you would see that the amount in that formula is now summing just the showing rows for January business unit A. So I can tell myself that for January business unit A, I'm seeing 12 units or dollars or whatever amount happens to be showing. Now you might be asking yourself, if you were to try to write something into a cell and you wanted the exclamation point to be first in the cell, how would you do it? If you just hit Shift 1 on the cell, you'll see that it just popped in that formula. Whereas if I actually want to have the first character be on a cell, the exclamation point, I would either have to now double click into the cell and hit Shift 1 like I just did in cell I7, or hit F2 on the cell and hit Shift F1 like I just did in J8. Just hitting Shift 1 will of course put the formula back in like I did on K7. Or you can set up this utility to be a different customized key. I'll show you how to do that in a later tutorial.